tanghali, MPC. Magandang tanghali. Kasama na po natin ngayon si Chief Presidential Legal Counsel at Presidential Spokesperson Salvador Panelo. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Dami absent ah. Oh, nauna na sila? Wow. Oh, leaving lang tonight, hindi na pumasok. Kayong lahat may iwan dito? Oh, no.
Questions po.
Pati si ano, ikaw, Maricel, hindi ka rin sama? Hindi, sir. Oh.
Questions, MPC.
No more?
Miss Julie from Inquirer.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, sabi po ni Senator Gordon kahapon na hahayaan na lang daw po nila si President Duterte na i-announce yung list ng Ninja Cups before mag-resume yung hearing. May word po ba tayo from the President kung kailan?
Wala pa sinasabi.
Is it likely, sorry sir, is it likely na he will do it after Russia or before Russia?
Ay, hindi ko alam. Basta he said he will. So, he will.
Pero po, nakarating na po kay President Duterte yung transcript of the Senate Executive Session.
Hindi pa kami nagkita eh. I'll ask him.
Thank you, sir.
Follow-up on Ninja Cups po. Miss Christina Maralit po from Tribune.
Sir, good afternoon po.
Hey.
Sir, sa reports po, may confirmed ASF cases na rin po sa Pangasinan. So, hindi po ba ito salungat dun sa sinabi ng Department of Agriculture na na-contain na nila yung African swine fever?
Pwedeng kumalat. Kung bagay. But I understand they're taking measures to stop it.
So, sir, wala po bang additional marching orders from the President to Secretary Dar regarding ASF?
The orders will be to contain it, stop it.
Eh, kaso nga, sir, pag sinasabing nako-contain,
kung
may lumalabas
nakalusot
na.
hindi naman, alam mo, pag merong contagion, minsan mahirap din pigilan.
Yes, sir. Thank you po.
Sir, follow-up po from Ms. Bella Carriazo. Sabi po niya, si Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte po ordered the ban on pork products from Luzon. She would not do so if she's confident na DA is handling the situation well. Are you confident po ba that DA will be able to control the ASF?
I think we should address that question to the Secretary of Agriculture. But Mayor Sara certainly is doing her job as mayor. She'd want to protect her constituents.
Questions, MPC. Ms. Maricel Halili, TB5.
Good morning, sir. Sir, just a quick follow-up. So, are you still satisfied with how the Department of Agriculture is handling the issue on ASF?
I'm sure the Secretary of Agriculture is competent enough to handle this situation. He hasn't said anything about not handling it.
Mm-hmm. So you're still
He said he's
confident.
doing something about it.
You're still confident?
Yeah, I think so.
Kasi sir, there are questions about the transparency na sinasabi na if from the start, naging transparent na daw yung Department of Agriculture on the real score of ASF, hindi na raw sana hahantong sa ganito yung sitwasyon.
That's the opinion of the critics.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Joseph Morong, GMA7.
Hi, sir. Sir, di ba may mga questions kami over the weekend about the status of PNP Chief Albayalde? Would you be able to
Wala naman,
update
wala
us?
akong naririnig na bago.
Wala po yung rumors na
Hindi ko narinig yun.
Wala pa. I mean,
No, ganun pa rin.
mhm. Wala pong statement from the palace, instructions, anything.
No.
Okay. Sir, soundbite na lang yung last week.
Excuse me.
Yung pong sa US, i-prevent po yung mga Philippine officials who are responsible for the illegal detention of Senator De Lima. Soundbite lang, sir, kasi wala pa kami nun.
We already issued a statement.
Yeah,
We
but-
said that that's a brazen attempt at interference of our sovereign affairs. Senator, what's his name, Leach, was saying that it was the responsibility of the U.S. to call the attention of the Philippine government, and for that matter, maybe any country, that it has granted aid. Because according to him, of the wrongful imprisonment, first, there was no wrongful, or there is no wrongful imprisonment. Apparently, this, I don't know if he's a lawyer, coming from a U.S. senator is bad enough. But if he's a lawyer, that makes it worse. He assumes that, because his statement assumes that he is knowledgeable of our laws, especially procedural and substantive law. And another assumption is that he came here to personally look at the case folder of Ms. De Lima. But those assumptions do not exist. In other words, he was speaking from blissful ignorance, as I said in my statement. And moreover, the grant of aid from one state to another is based on comity and friendship. And apparently, he's telling us that every grant that the U.S. gives to another country is conditioned on that they have the right to intrude into the affairs. Maybe they have the right to criticize, but not concluding that the acts of the Philippine officials are wrong on the basis of records, because the record will speak to us that every step of the way, the Senator De Lima was given all her rights. Due process was strictly observed. She was afforded the right to preliminary investigation. She submitted countervailing evidence. The prosecutor found probable cause. That's why she was formally charged. And the Constitution requires a judge, before issuing a warrant of arrest, to personally examine the evidence to determine if there is probable cause to justify the issuance of a warrant of arrest. And he did that. So I cannot understand where this Senator Leach and another one, Senator Dorbin, are coming from. The problem with them is that they listen to the critics of the administration and believe what they hear or what they receive as info, hook, line, and sinker.
Sir, can you afford not to go to the US if ever they do ban you?
Of course. I've
Don't-
been there several times over.
And you don't mind being barred from entering
No,
because
because it's not the only country that you can go to and enjoy the sights and the sounds.
Sige, sir. Thank you.
Follow up po. Follow up, Mr. RJ Balinbin from Business World.
Sir, on ASF again, sir, what's Malacanang's advice to LGUs on handling ASF? Like, Ms. Sara Duterte already banned the entry of pork products from Manila. So what's Malacanang's advice to LGUs?
The local governments, I think
Yes.
that's for them to decide. Each one would have to decide for themselves.
Let's say LGUs would say, okay, let's ban then the entry of all pork products from Manila.
Then, if that is their decision, we have to respect them. They are only trying to protect their constituents.
Sir, is the palace even aware of the gravity of the ASF cases?
Certainly, the palace is aware of that. That's precisely why the Secretary of Agriculture is doing something about it.
All right. So the palace is being updated by the DA from time to
Oh,
time. no
definitely.
matter. All right. Thank you.
Miss Julie Aurelio po from Inquirer.
Sir, balikan ko lang po yung question ni Joseph on the ban for Philippine officials na.
Moreover, before I forget, that ban is just a proposal in a Senate committee. And I think the views of the two senators are in the minority. Otherwise, some senators would have supported that. In other words, that ban will be only effective upon approval of both houses of Congress of the United States.
Sir, follow-up ko lang po. Si Representative Edson Lagman, he said na contrary doon po sa sinabi nyo earlier, yung statements daw po nung dalawang US senators are not a form of interference in Philippine affairs. Sabi ni Lagman, the freedom of public discourse allows officials of one country to criticize or even condemn the acts of officials of another country for genuinely perceived or actual violations of civil, political, and human rights.
Only if the criticism is based on official records. But this particular case, they say there is a wrongful imprisonment, and it's very clear that there is none.
Sir,
While the U.S. can ban, just like our country can, there must be some basis for that. Like if you're declared persona non grata, you have committed any transgression of the laws, then you can certainly be banned.
Sir, to be categorical about it, we do not reject criticisms of other countries outright. Ang condition po natin, it has to be based on...
Yeah,
On what,
on
sir?
truth. If you're just like what they're doing, they're criticizing us for a wrongful imprisonment. What is the basis for wrongful imprisonment? Just because Ms. De Lima and her supporters are saying that it is? You know, the usual convenient refuge of political camelons is that they easily change their beliefs on the basis of a political agenda. Pag makakabuti sa kanila, babaguhin nila ang posisyon nila. Like that congressman, he's a lawyer, he should know. How can there be a wrongful imprisonment? When there is preliminary investigation and there is an issuance of a warrant for the arrest. It would be different if she wasn't afforded the PI or a warrant of arrest was not issued and she was arrested and detained. That's abuse. So when when Senator Leach was speaking of abuse, he's referring to himself. He's abusing his freedom of expression, criticizing without basis, and making it appear that it is true when it is not.
Miss Julie. Follow up po muna. Same topic, Miss Rosalie Cos, UNTV.
Secretary, good afternoon po.
Yep.
Na-mention niyo po kanina na 2 lawmakers out of 100 senators lang. Yung regarding po dun sa proposal na iban yung entry ng Philippine official involved. Pero will you not discourage Philippine officials from traveling to USA? Baka magkaroon ng conflict if ever they try to go to US?
No, because the proposed ban is with reference only to government officials who, according to the senator, when the state secretary has credible information, well, look at the word credible information, that these officials have something to do with the wrongful. So dalawa ang kulatilya eh. Unang-una, can it be credible when you say that this official has something to do? Pangalawa, wrongful. Hindi nga wrongful imprisonment eh. It's legal.
So there's nothing to be afraid of sa mga government officials who want to go to
No,
US.
I don't think so.
Okay, sir, salamat.
Questions po? Mr. Joseph Morong, GMA 7.
So would the palace care to comment on yung sa SLEX? Because
What's that like?
yung blinak nila yung, kasi may ginagawa na ano, and it's causing sobrang haba na traffic on the side. I know this is a private corporation, no, Skyway, but since it's affecting public conveyance, any probably thoughts of Malacanang, how we should deal with it?
That
Or-
will be under Secretary Tugade, right? Who will ask him about it.
Questions? Miss Joyce Balancio, DZMM.
Sir, good afternoon. Senate Minority Leader Franklin Drilon is suggesting to the Department of Foreign Affairs to immediately cancel the passport. Immediately cancel the passport of the alleged drug queen, Gia Gomez Castro. Is the palace sharing the same sentiment, sir? Dapat ba?
I understand she's facing warrants
Yes.
of arrest. So if she's facing warrants of arrest, that would be a good idea.
Are you supporting, sir, na dapat
I
i-cancel?
said that's a good idea.
Will you recommend it? Will the palace recommend to DFA?
Well, let's just say it's a good idea. It's for the DFA to decide.
Thank you, sir.
Miss Julie Inquirer.
Sir, another DFA-related question. Yung 22 fishermen po in the Recto Bank incident, they claim na hindi pa sila properly compensated for what happened at wala pang binibigay yung Chinese boat owner. May nag-donate lang po na ibang entity na
At
second-hand
marami.
boat.
Marami nag-donate.
Yeah, pero yung
Alam ko, milyon na yung umabot sa
Pero-
mga donation nila.
pero po yung mismong boat owner.
Now, with
sir,
respect to that, hindi man sabi ng Chinese government, we have to file an insurance claim. That is why they should. And they should file. Hindi ka naman basta bibigyan. Siyempre, may insurance yung shipping company.
Are we aware through the DFA, sir, if nakapag-file na sila ng insurance
Hindi ko
claim?
alam.
Pero
I have no knowledge.
for the palace, sir, ano po ba yung tamang time frame para ma-compensate ng Chinese
No,
boat owner yung
you have to
fisherman?
file an insurance claim and then let the process proceed. Merong mga protocols yan. Hindi ka naman basta bibigyan ng insurance company. Kailangan meron mo ng claim. Iimbestigahan ba ng insurance company? Saka lang sila makakatanggap. But meanwhile, palagay ko sa ngayon, marami silang tinanggap na saklolo, alalay, coming from various sectors. But they should file an insurance claim.
Pero even if, sir, na may alalay silang na-receive from other sectors, the Philippines is still demanding na ma-compensate sila, correct?
Oo, because kailangan dahil sila ang may kasalanan. Yung ship. Moreover, di ba, inamin naman nila. Sabi nila, they're willing to pay kahit na aksidente lang.
Mr. RJ po, Business World.
So sir, nananawagan po ba kayo na dapat ma-release na yung claim nila as soon as possible?
No. What I'm saying is, mag-file muna. How can you release a claim kung wala namang insurance
But
claim?
is that being facilitated?
I don't know. There must be, these fishermen should go to a place where,
By themselves?
O bakit naman hindi? Ikaw naman. Don't underestimate fishermen. They can go to their mayor, for instance, and ask help. O hindi dadalhin sila ng mayor kung doon sa proper entity.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Joseph, GMA 7.
Sir, comment lang dun sa report ng ATIM, ano ba yun? Asia Maritime Transparency Institute, na the Chinese Coast Guard are being seen in the areas that we are claiming more frequently, and they're not being shy about it, meaning
Saan galing yan?
sa Asia Maritime Transparency Initiative po.
Then
They're
we-
saying that the Chinese are there and they're not very shy about making their presence felt.
Then we will ask to validate that claim
Ask who?
or that observation from the Defense Department.
Di ba siya, sir, parang medyo arrogant on the part of the Chinese to...
Assuming that it's true. Ay, pabalidate mo nga natin eh. Then, if that is validated, then we file the usual diplomatic protest.
Yung nangyayari ba, sir, just sa mga diplo-protest natin?
The fact alone na nag-file ka ng diplomatic protest, na may nangyari na. You're complaining eh.
Yeah, but in terms of action, in terms of response from China,
Di ba, meron na rin nangyari na nagreklamo tayo tapos hindi nila tinuloy. Remember yung mga fishing vessels noon? Ang dami-dami tapos nawala. Ang explanation nila doon eh, hindi kasi fishing season. After that, wala ka na makita, isa, dalawa na lang.
yeah. Sir, this incident, with the conjunction with the statement of the Foreign Affairs Secretary that, the Chinese grants, they don't materialize, can we really trust the Chinese when they say something?
What do you mean?
If they say that they're going to move from our area, they're not going to do this. At this point in our relationship with China, do you think there is really trust there?
Well, I think the president still trusts them.
Kasi, sir, this move by, as reported by the AMTI, parang di ba siya, sir, utter disrespect sa atin?
Eh, walang-wala, hindi pa nga na-validate yan. Antayin natin ang validation.
Okay.
Questions? No more questions na po. Okay, salamat po, MPC. Salamat, Secretary Panelo.
Thank you.
Back to PTV4 and Radio Pilipinas.